Sonic Unleashed. It's one of the most controversial games put out by the Blue Blur that still somehow manages to have a very loyal fanbase. So today, I want to test just how loyal that fanbase is with a Sonic Unleashed Iceberg. If you're living under a rock, I'm going to explain what an iceberg is. So basically, at the top of the iceberg, I'll tell you some facts and information that is well known. However, as we go deeper into the iceberg, we will slowly uncover the more obscure facts about Sonic Unleashed. I tried my best to find the best facts about Sonic Unleashed, and I'm very confident that I'll teach you at least one interesting thing about the game. So without much else to say, let's get right into the iceberg. The boost was a gameplay formula that was introduced in the Sonic Rush series. When it came to making Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Team wanted to make something revolutionary to combat the failures of Sonic 06. So they decided to translate the boosting gameplay formula from Sonic Rush into 3D. And that is how we got Sonic Unleashed. Believe it or not, this was the most praised part about Sonic Unleashed. Most people genuinely found this part of the game to be very enjoyable. It was so fun that Sonic Team brought the formula back for the next two mainline games. Honestly, the boosting gameplay clearly deserved the praise it got. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. The Werehog was a transformation that Sonic enters when it becomes nighttime in Sonic Unleashed. The Werehog is the most controversial part about this game for a multitude of reasons. Those reasons can be anything from the design of the character to the longer levels. Unfortunately, unlike the boost, the Werehog was not well received and actually brought in quite a bit of hate towards Sonic. However, as the years have passed, the Werehog has gained its fans, but it's still not very respectable yet. When Sonic Unleashed released, it was met with some pretty poor reception. One review that was very infamous inside the Sonic community is the Sonic Unleashed review by IGN. When seeing the review, it's clear that the reviewer was completely confused and understood nothing about the game. Like, sure, you can think that Sonic Unleashed is not a good game, but this review was just terrible. This really shows when he gave Sonic Unleashed a lower score than Sonic 06. And why that's stupid is self-explanatory. Considering that this game was meant to be a comeback after Sonic 06, it's pretty sad to see this game get torn apart whether you like the game or not. Sonic Unleashed brought in a new Sonic model that was then carried through the series for a while. You know the design, the iconic modern Sonic model that has a million renders made out of him. But let's be honest, the model looks awesome and iconic, and that's why they kept it. In the United States, we know this game as Sonic Unleashed. However, in Japan, Sonic Unleashed actually goes by the title Sonic World Adventure. This is very interesting because Sonic World Adventure pretty much describes the entire game, while Sonic Unleashed is throwing the Werehog aspect at you. I don't know which one I prefer more, but I will say this. The World Adventure box art looks so good as a poster. If you guys can get me a poster for that, I would pay for it. I want one so badly, but I can't get one. Like, seriously, you cannot tell me that you're not looking at this right now and imagining it on your wall. It just looks so good. The Unleashed project was a mod for Sonic Generations which ports all of the Sonic Unleashed daytime stages into Sonic Generations. So basically, you're playing an edited version of the daytime stages from Sonic Unleashed. For a lot of people, this is the main way to play Sonic Unleashed. Either way, whether or not this is your way of playing Sonic Unleashed, you have to respect the amount of hard work and love that was put in this project. If you haven't tried the project, I recommend you go play it, because honestly, it's probably the best Sonic mod out there. It literally ports half of another game. Do I need to say more? The meta era is an era of Sonic where there is terrible writing, terrible goofy jokes, and low budget games. There are many people who consider Sonic Unleashed to be the beginning of this era, and all I have to say to that is f*** you. Sonic Unleashed is far from the meta era. The writing actually has impact because the characters are not one-note writing, and yes, the game has some goofy moments, but they're actually charming in this game, unlike the meta era games. I can see the comparison because of the goofy moments, but really the way I see it, Sonic Unleashed is everything that the meta era wants to be. So in conclusion, Sonic Unleashed is definitely not in the meta era. Here is the Sonic Unleashed logo. Looks pretty normal, right? Well, think again, because this logo's actually seen some short-lived controversy back in 2008. Why was this logo controversial? Well, because of the weird gap between the N and the I. Why is there a big gap here, but not in any of the other Sonic logos? Many other people have had the same question, but thankfully was answered in an interview with Takashi Iizuka. He said it was a design choice and that we should take a closer look into the gap. So that's actually why I'm in Photoshop right now. If you zoom really far into the gap, you will actually find the logo of today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators. With Skillshare, you can learn new skills or sharpen up the skills that you already have. As I've stated in the previous sponsor, I just recently switched to Premiere Pro for editing, and the class Advanced Video Editing with Premiere Pro 2020 by Jordy Vanput really helped me get things rolling. I mean, you can learn so much from Skillshare. You can learn animation, creative writing, film and video, fine art, graphic design, illustration, music. All of these are important for the Sonic community. I've seen a lot of people create some beautiful things. Also, Skillshare was made specifically for learning, meaning that there are no ads. And they are always launching new premium classes so you can stay focused on wherever the creativity takes you. Finally, the first 1,000 people to click the link in the description will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare Premium. I highly recommend you guys check that out because it's 1 month for free. Come on guys, you can sharpen up your skills easily with this service. Go check it out. Eggman Land is one of the best callbacks to a previous Sonic game that we have ever gotten. Ever since Sonic Adventure 1, Eggman has always been claiming that he will eventually build Eggman Land. And guess what? He actually built the place! Eggman Land also lived up to expectations very well, with daunting visuals, hard difficulty, and a long length of stage. Eggman Land is an interesting level, because this level is hated by a lot of fans because of the difficulty and camera. Overall though, it's really cool to see a nice throwback, even if it does kill you a couple thousand times. A Sonic Unleashed PC port is something that Sonic fans have been waiting for a very long time. However, for some reason, Sega just won't port the game. We don't know why, they just won't port it, man. They have given us 0 reasons, and I'm starting to lose hope. I will give you so much money if you port this game. I will literally shower you. But they're not gonna listen to me, and I'm just gonna say it here, this game isn't getting ported. Hopefully what I said ages horribly, but honestly I don't think it will. The user interface of Sonic Unleashed was a bit different in the beta version of the game. It looked very simple and it was very out of place. It didn't look Sonic Unleashed-like, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad they changed the UI before the game came out because I really don't like the beta UI. I'm sorry, if you like it, that's cool. I don't. Jason Griffith was the voice actor for Sonic the Hedgehog in Sonic Unleashed. He is a fan favorite voice actor and many fans today still consider him the one true Sonic. However, in Sonic Unleashed, he has had a bit of a different experience. Not only did he do Sonic's voice, he also did the Werewog's voice, and apparently that caused some major strain on his throat. To the point where he was fed soup just to get through a recording session. On top of that, Jason Griffith voiced a random character that was Professor Pickle's assistant. And I gotta tell you, This is the funniest performance I've seen in a while.
Kidnapped?
It was a little bit before the tremors hit. This old man showed up with a whole pack of robots. They carried poor Professor Pickle off, lab data and all.
It can't be.
That sure sounds like Eggman.
I see it, and now it's all within my reach, and those possibilities.
During early development for Sonic Unleashed, the game was originally planned to be Sonic Adventure 3, because Sonic Team felt that this was the one true way to come back from Sonic 06. But not long after development started, they decided to not make the game an adventure game, and instead, to make it its own thing. And that's how Sonic Unleashed came to be. Honestly, I'm glad that Sonic Unleashed was its own thing because I love this game to death. However, I think Sonic Team had the resources and they definitely had the budget to make Sonic Adventure 3. And if they did that, I feel like Sonic Team would be in a much better place right now. Just imagine Sonic 06 being followed by Sonic Adventure 3 that had the budget of Sonic Unleashed. You can't beat that reality. Oh well, I really like how Sonic Unleashed turned out and I wouldn't have it any other way. The Chip bracelet is something that is left behind after Chip restores himself back into the Earth. At the end of the game, Sonic puts the bracelet on his wrist. This was seen as an iconic ending to the game, but unfortunately, the Chip bracelet never shows up again in the future. I guess Chip really didn't matter that much to Sonic, cause I don't know where that bracelet is. Overall though, it is pretty disappointing that this was never explained. And I understand that the Chip bracelet isn't going to be on Sonic's model in every game. I'm perfectly fine with that. Honestly, I think Sonic would look a little bit weird if he had the Chip bracelet in every single game. But I mean, they could have at least given us some kind of line of dialogue that says something like Sonic left it on his nightstand or something. I don't know, anything. Many years after Sonic Unleashed was released, Sonic fans have come to realize that maybe the game isn't as bad as they say it is. In fact, some Sonic fans will even go far enough to say that the game is their favorite in the whole series. An example of one would be me! I made a whole video essay on why I love this game so much that you can watch down below. The positivity of Sonic Unleashed has gone to the point where an article has been written about the random growth in supporters that the game now has. It's so nice to see Sonic Unleashed get the love that it so desperately deserves. Especially after the torment that I received in its past. There is a popular rumor that is going around about how Sonic Unleashed source code was lost. This would explain many things like why Sonic Team won't port the game. So that solves it, right? I guess this is the reason why Sonic Unleashed won't get ported. Right? Well, whenever I see this argument, I ask one simple question. Proof? And that is when you come to find out that there is zero evidence to support this. I'm not saying that it's not true, but if you're going to throw out a claim like this, I expect some kind of evidence to go along with it. But there is literally nothing. People are just throwing this out here, and there's nothing to support it. Not a single bit of evidence. Where did this rumor start? How did it start? I can't tell you. So at the end of the day, we will never know if this rumor is correct unless Sega directly tells us, which they won't. Or if they port the game to current hardware, which kind of proves that it has a source code still. So if you couldn't tell, Sonic Unleashed has a massive budget. You can especially see this when looking at the CGI cutscenes because there are multiple of them in one game. On top of that, you can find more CGI cutscenes with the in-game collectibles that you find. If that still wasn't enough CGI for you, there was a CGI reveal trailer and a CGI advertisement called Night of the Living Werehog that has a lot of love put into it. The amount of CGI for this game was crazy. You could really see that Sonic Team wanted to apologize for Sonic 06. It's even more crazy when you consider the fact that this game has an overabundance of CGI while the later games in the series are lucky to at least get one CGI cutscene. Well, I guess times have certainly changed. I don't know. Sonic Unleashed is a term given to the Nintendo Wii port of Sonic Unleashed. The reason why this game is on the Iceberg is because there is many people who are not fully aware of the fact that the Wii version of the game is completely different from the HD version on Xbox and PlayStation. Unleashed is entirely built up from the ground up as an entirely different video game. But at the end of the day, when people are talking about Sonic Unleashed, they're usually talking about the HD version. You wanna know why? That's because the HD version is in fact superior. I would say sorry, but I'm not sorry.
And so I'll carry on. My time to shine has come. I feel it.
Sonic Unleashed Java was a mobile port of Sonic Unleashed that was also an entirely different game built from the ground up. Except this time, it looks pretty bad. I mean, I've never played the game, so maybe it's the best game ever made. But as far as I can see, it doesn't look that fun. So yeah, Sonic Unleashed Java. Hooray. The whistling is something that blew my mind when I first found out about it. Remember this one CGI reveal for Sonic Unleashed? Well, the full version of the whistling in that CGI trailer can actually be heard in an alleyway in Spagonia at nighttime. If you walk over to this point on the map, you can hear a man showering while whistling the full theme. Also, by the way, the reason why you see low quality footage is because this was the video that popularized the Easter egg. This video was uploaded all the way back in 2010. It's so crazy to me that the developers put something as little as this into the hub world. Little things like that is one of the reasons why I love Sonic Unleashed. The world just feels so alive. The humans are gone is referring to how Sonic Unleashed is the last Sonic game to feature humans in Sonic's world. After this game, not a human in sight. As Azuka has stated, apparently Sonic switched from the human world to Sonic's world off screen, and that is why we do not see humans anymore. And I can imagine a lot of you are going to say, we don't have to trust Azuka, just because he said that doesn't mean it's canon. You see, I would agree with you, but they're kinda making this canon. Look at Sonic Forces. Not a single human in sight. That's because Sonic's in Sonic's world. I know how much it sucks to think about humans not existing in the same world as Sonic anymore. It sucks, and I realize that. But guys, you've gotta accept this. It is what it is. I find this to be a real shame because I really enjoyed the humans of Sonic Unleashed and I thought they fit really well within Sonic's world. But I guess not. The Dreamcast is an Easter egg within Sonic Unleashed that you can see within the cutscenes of this game. Sometimes you'll see a Dreamcast on the seat of Eggman's Eggmobile. I like the reference to the Dreamcast. It shows that Sega hasn't forgotten. I noticed that there are lots of extra details and Easter eggs in Sonic Unleashed. It feels like this game was the opposite of rushed. So believe it or not, Sonic Unleashed did at one point have a PC port being made, but for whatever reason, it never came out. If you don't believe us, we have this picture of Sonic Unleashed being on PC in front of your eyes. Also, there were some leftover pictures from the Sonic Unleashed PC installation in Sonic Generations files. That pretty much confirms it at that point. This game was getting ported, but something happened. For some reason, they just stopped porting the game. I just hope that whatever happened was very minor and not something huge that is the main reason why this game isn't getting ported. I hope it's something as minor as they just gave up because of the negative reception, something like that.
It's always been inside of me, and now I feel so free.
I have a question for you. What animal is Chip? It's surprisingly a kind of difficult question to answer because Sonic Team themselves have not told us either. However, we do have a few explanations provided by the Sonic community. The first one is from Sonic Retro, which describes Chip as a small purple flying dog-like creature. Another common answer is a Chihuahua. I don't really know where the Chihuahua answer originated from, but it's the most popular description of Chip. However, through my extensive research, I actually found the definitive answer. Chip is actually a... Everyone already knows about the reoccurring chocolate joke in Sonic Unleashed. That's a pretty surface level fact. However, the chocolate joke has been around for a very long time. It dates all the way back in 2008 with this very popular meme of Sonic Unleashed. I'm going to play the meme because it's very old, and it reminds me of old Sonic videos, and I find that very charming.
Chocolate?
Yes, sir. With or without nuts.
Chocolate? Chocolate! 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 Chocolate!
So in the hub world of Chunnan, if you talk to this lady, she will ask a bunch of questions. She will ask who destroyed the world, and to answer that question, you have the option to choose Shadow the Hedgehog. You know, I'm happy this exists. Little tiny callbacks like this is always nice to see. By the way, this footage is by VMag17, a Sonic tuber that used the DX model as my talk sprite. That stupid piece of One day, somebody came across a CGI intro for Sonic Unleashed. Except this intro was different. It was actually the beta intro for Sonic Unleashed. And the only difference I could see in this intro was a pretty big change. When Sonic was trapped by Eggman was getting electrocuted, you can see some quick frames of what looks to be Sonic's skeleton. That's right, we saw everything from his skull to his ribcage. Pretty cool stuff, right? Well, I guess if you're in that kind of thing, I really didn't see this intro as too big of a deal. I mean, like, who cares about Sonic's skeleton? Do you care? I certainly don't care. But you know what makes me care? Knowing the fact that we don't have this, because us as humans are automatically attracted to things that we don't have. Which is exactly why I'm attracted to sex. The Werehog is a very interesting character. A lot of people hate this poor guy all the way to his design. I actually really love his design, but that's a topic for another day. What if I told you that the Werehog was going to look a lot different at one point? Well, the character went through many phases. At first, he was a Yeti, and obviously they changed it because that just looks stupid. Then he was a sleep paralysis demon, then he became a live-action interpretation of Hot Wheels, and finally he became goth before becoming the Werehog. Such a beautiful transformation. Call me biased, but I'm really glad that they chose the Werehog design that we got.
So please wake me up when I get there. It feels like I'm lost in a dream.
During the early development of Sonic Unleashed, they had many different ideas for the characters, one of which was Chip. Chip was originally going to be named Whip. This was because of the whipped cream from the ice cream that he eats in the game. However, this was changed in the English language because whip has some very negative connotations. So they thought it'd be more appropriate to call Whip Chip. Believe it or not, I prefer the name Chip because it just works better. Like Sonic and Chip, that sounds cool, unlike Sonic and Whip, that doesn't sound cool. If you prefer the name Whip, you probably lick your ice cream instead of biting it like some kind of psychopath. Sonic is Chaos is an interesting fact on this list because of multiple reasons. Number 1, it's not a fact at all, it's a theory. Number 2, I don't know where this theory originated from. I learned of this theory from another Sonic tuber who was also making a Sonic Iceberg. So if anyone knows where this is from, please tell me down below because I don't know. I tried doing some research, I can't find anything. Apparently, the reason why Sonic doesn't turn bad from Dark Gaia energy is because he absorbed chaos from the Chaos Emeralds. There are a couple of pieces of evidence. First off, the Chaos Emeralds turned gray like how they did in Sonic Adventure when Chaos absorbed the Emerald's power. Next, Chaos became good at the end of Sonic Adventure, so obviously he's not going to become perfect Chaos when he's awakened. And lastly, Sonic just didn't become corrupt from Dark Eye's energy. I mean, Chip does say in a cutscene that it's because Sonic is a great role model and a cool dude, but are we really going to believe Chip over a 4chan theory? I mean, sure, there are some plot holes like how does one absorb Chaos at that given moment of time, or about what happens to Chaos at the end of the game. If this theory is true, does Chaos die at the end? Or is he permanently stuck within Sonic? I don't know. It's still really interesting to think about though, because this theory has a lot of pieces already laid out for this to be an actual plot point. Also, the idea that Sonic was incorruptible because he absorbed Chaos sounds really cool, and yet again, another callback to Sonic Adventure. But do I think this theory is true? Hell nah. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. So there is this one person in Sonic Unleashed that is holding a newspaper. However, if you take a closer look, he is looking at the game case of Sonic 06. I don't know why he's doing that. It's just terrifying to think about that game. Let's just hope he buys Sonic Unleashed instead of Sonic 06. But yeah, there it is. Sonic 06. Yay. The final fact we have is Shadow and Knuckles. You see, when the game was first being made, it was planned to be Sonic Adventure 3, as I've previously mentioned. But that also meant that Shadow and Knuckles was supposed to be in this game. That's kind of interesting, because Sonic Unleashed barely has any other characters. This was because we were going through the Sonic has too many friends complaints. But Knuckles and Shadow were probably planned for this game when they were still planning on it being Sonic Adventure 3. Which makes me wonder, is there any Sonic Adventure 3 concept art stored away somewhere? Probably isn't much if concept art does exist. It would be something insignificant like a few sketches of Sonic and Shadow. But the idea of Sonic Adventure 3 concept art existing sounds cool. Even if it's so insignificant and it means nothing. Anyways guys, that's the end of the Iceberg. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure to tell me some really bizarre things that you know about Sonic Unleashed. I may have not mentioned a few things, so I'm honestly curious to see what you guys know. With that being said, make sure to check out Skillshare because they're really cool and I actually really believe in their service a lot. Anyways guys, that's the end of the video. Make sure to leave a like if you liked the video because it helps this channel get out there to you guys. So yeah, like, comment, favorite, subscribe, and hit that bell for post notifications on. I love you guys. Yakuza 0 is awesome. Adios. Before I read off these channel members, just note that I recorded this video a week before it's being uploaded, so some of these channel members are probably different by now, so I'm sorry if I don't get to read off your name. My channel members are Sonic Pip, Sonic the Hedgehog, Chaos Control VA, Thomas Winrise, Zer Sonic, Rubik Dash, JNXV, The Loganeer, Saint, Crash D00D, Shop Poser, Sonopedia, The Squeaker Nerd, Super Shags Boom, Snicks, Sonic Extreme, Super Saiyan, Sonic Just Kidding, Kidding, and Sonic Fan. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. My voice is literally giving out as I'm recording this because I've been recording for so long. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. Sorry I'm not more enthusiastic. I'm dying here. Thank you guys so much. See you guys later.